Coach was asked if Fitz about the competitive, balance of weighing when to name your starting quarterback, right? What does it give you to know you have the starter a couple weeks ahead of time before the opener?
As Coach Springer just alluded to, it gives the starting quarterback and the starting receivers a better opportunity to develop that rapport that's necessary, the chemistry on the field that's necessary to have success. So it was, it was pretty evident throughout the process. Hunter was executing very consistently, very accurately, and we just wanted to give him an opportunity to jump right in.
What has it also done for Hunter's confidence?
Well, he's done a great job since I've been here, and this past spring, and this training camp, I've seen him grow quite a bit from a confidence level, and I think that has to do with knowledge of the system, added experience, and just him getting to know his teammates. And again, it's a testament to the work he's put in. I don't think he lacked confidence to begin with. So really, sure, it might be a shot in the arm, but he's approached this from with a very business-like mentality that he knows what he's capable of, and he just needs to execute at his highest level.
When you looked at tape of 2019 and him, was that some of the things that popped out? He always had the physical traits, obviously, and the arm strength, but was it up here more, or that he just needed the confidence and to grow in the playbook?
Well, I think that's part of it, and one of the things that he's doing really well right now is he's being very decisive, and he's getting rid of the ball on time with rhythm. And we talk in the quarterback meeting room a lot about if we complete the ball, if we protect the ball, if we get rid of the ball, that's hard to stop. So he's getting the ball out of his hands quickly, and he's making his decisions decisively and doing a good job of it.
What are the most important factors you've noticed in terms of developing chemistry between Hunter, other quarterbacks, and your receivers?
Well, it's always just the investment of time. And it's not easy to necessarily do that only in the setting of practice. There's a lot of time that these guys put in outside of the practice field, outside of our scheduled meeting times, where they come in, they watch video together on their own. They throw routes together all summer long on their own, and talk through different looks they're seeing on tape, and maybe against different techniques that they're seeing from different DBs, and how they want this thrown, where the ball needs to be put. So again, our guys work really hard. All of our position players work really hard beyond what we ask of them on the field and in the classroom, and that has helped develop the chemistry as much as anything.
You got any fun stories or examples of guys put in work over time that have really impressed you?
Well, we don't have any fun around here. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, I mean, again, it's that time away. We as coaches are limited in how much time we're allowed to have with our players. So I can't speak directly to what they're doing outside of the mandatory time. But again, you can see when the investment pays off with just guys being on the same page for different types of schemes and all.
Coach, how extensive was your preparation with Hunter last year? Do you have it in the back of your mind at all? Last year especially, thinking, Hunter may be the starter next year, I may need to work with him a little extra, or is that sort of in the rearview mirror and you're not even thinking about it?
I haven't thought much about that. Last year was such an anomaly from the standpoint of COVID and spring practice getting cut short, and training camp being both abbreviated and changed in a manner that didn't give us as many competitive reps against a defensive look as you would be afforded in a normal year. So, again, it's hard to compare last year to this year in that regard.
When you're preparing to have Cam as your starting running back and he goes down, knowing you have the depth in the running back room, do you have to start adjusting of how you wanted to script certain plays for running backs and the way you're going to use guys now that it's kind of three guys vying for more playing time? That's not
sure. Well, two of those three guys are new to the program, so there is a process of getting to know them, what they do well, and how to best utilize them. So that started with obviously Trey Tyus in the spring. Evan Hull obviously has been here for a while, so we have a pretty good sense of what he's able to do. And then Andrew Clare, joining us this past summer, has also been a good addition. It didn't take long to learn what skills they bring to the table. It wouldn't change the scheme very much at all. Maybe you'll put guys in a little bit different position, but they're not so far off when you compare them to Cam from a skill level that you need to change what you're doing to fit them. They have similar running styles, similar capabilities. We took a hit there. Obviously, Cam's an outstanding player, and it does affect depth. But we feel good with what we have at that position.
Has that given Hull a little bit of a leg up, knowing he's been in the system for more than the other guys, longer than the other guys?
Yes, you could say that. We also think, our guys in general are really smart. All of them. You don't get into school here if you're not. So they tend to have the capability to pick things up more quickly. And both Andrew and Trey have stepped in and done exactly that. And even Andrew is able to relate a lot of what he's done in his past in different stops to what we're doing, and there is some carryover there that he's adjusted pretty quickly.
For Trey, is such a highly touted recruit to come in. What has stuck out about how he has learned the playbook and the traits physically that he has shown on the field?
Well, he's a big back that also has the ability to utilize quickness to make you miss. So that combination, a lot of running backs you look for, do they break tackles or do they make you miss? Well, either way, they got to find a way to get extra yards, right? And what Trey possesses is the ability to do both, which I think is a skill that is not necessarily common, and he needs to continue to develop in both those areas, in making sure he secures the ball when he does make guys miss, and of lowering his pad level when he wants to run a guy over. But with his size and agility, that is an aspect of his style that he does bring to the table.
Coach, when Cam Porter committed to Northwestern, a big storyline is that him and Jeremy Larkin both attended the same high school. Sort of, obviously Jeremy was out for the season. I think it was his sophomore year. I can't remember exactly. Cam sort of had a similar story, not career ending. But, do you have any idea if he's been leaning on him more now with being out for the season, or sort of anything about that relationship in specific?
I don't know specifically.
Anything else? Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.